Things to ask the interviewer. When the interview ends, you will likely be given the chance to ask your own questions. It is wise to prepare some ahead of time. Failure to ask anything looks like you want to end quickly. Good questions presented to the employer make you look like you have a genuine interest in the company. A good question to ask is who your immediate supervisor will be. You need to know if you can get along with this person, and this is a good opportunity to find out. You may also get the chance to meet this person and make a good impression on them as well. Another good question to ask is when a hiring decision will be made. This shows your sense of urgency and your keenness to start working. You may also want to ask how successful candidates will be notified. Asking about possible advancement opportunities is a good question. This shows that you may be willing to stay with the company long term. Companies always look on this as positive. It also shows that you are ambitious and goal-oriented. You may also want to ask about training opportunities within the company. This is a good question to complement advancement. Finally, the appropriate dress code is a good point to raise. It shows that you are detail-oriented and want to make a good impression. To get that job offer, you need to have a successful interview. Employers rarely hire the person on experience and qualifications alone. Most of the time it is the candidate that gives the best interview. By knowing how to present yourself in the best possible way, you can guarantee yourself success. The second job interview. Your goal in a job interview should be to make it to the second round. Many job interviews are more than just the one step of the first interview. Most employers these days will have a short list that they have after the first interview of people who they are interested in. When you make it to the second job interview, there are some strategies that you should keep in mind so that you ensure you get the job. Most employers will test you to see if you know what you're talking about. If you're applying for a job that is specific, such as a technical job, your interviewers will want to know that you can do the job. You may be required to take a written exam that is quite extensive. Prepare for your second job interview by going over the things that you know you need to understand for the job that you're interviewing for. You may be introduced to other employees and potential coworkers during the second job interview. Try to look each of them in the eye and leave a personal impression on them so that they have something good to say about you to their employer. The second interview is going to get you that much closer to landing the job, so put all of your effort into it. Showing confidence in the job interview. Employers everywhere want to hire people who are capable, confident, and unique to the job that is being offered. You need to walk into your job interview with this confidence flowing out from you so that your interviewer remembers who you are. Many employers are looking for employees who are fresh out of school, while others are looking for more experienced workers. No matter what an employer is looking for, you need to show confidence that you can handle the job and that you are what they are looking for. There are several ways that you can show this confidence by including certain issues in your answers to certain questions. Employers like to hear about teamwork whenever they can, since this shows that you have an awareness of the importance of being part of a team. Team players go a long way when it comes to impressing the boss. You can also display confidence by maintaining eye contact with your interviewer. If you look away too often, you can leave the impression that you're either not really interested in the job or that you're feeling very insecure. Prepare for your job interview so that go into it with as much confidence as it takes to get the job. Writing your resume. When it comes to formatting, if you are writing an executive resume, you will want to highlight your experience and accomplishments. For the most part, unless you have studied at an Ivy League school, you will likely not have to place too much emphasis on your school history. For example, if all that the job you are applying for requires is a high school diploma, then you can simply skip that part altogether and mention that you meet all of the requirements for the position in your cover letter. Of course, if you are using your resume to get a general job, you will want to highlight all of your duties so that your prospective employer knows that this is an area that you have already demonstrated in the past. What can be very complicated in creating your resume's format is if you are applying for any job in a company and do not really care which. For this, you would want to show your diversity in your format. This would naturally more emphasis on your different job experiences. In general, resume formats should include items such as qualifications, experience, references, and special accomplishments. After that, what is needed pretty much varies by the job you are looking to get. If in sales, you will want to focus your attention on your accomplishments in this area or a similar one and your personality in general. This would be more along the lines of your CV. This is the document that you will be using to describe yourself on a personal level. When it comes to a job like sales, your experience with dealing with people is your most important ally. With so many formats to choose from, it can be difficult to choose between them, but if you really think about it, it doesn't have to be impossible. Just think about what is being highlighted in your resume and what type of impression you want to give. Just so that you know, most resumes are best served if written in 12-point Times New Roman font. Just make sure that the headlines are bold and a bit larger so that they stand out and give the employer an easy to see what they want.